All right, let's look at problem F from this Codeforces div 4. So what's going on? We have a binary string. It's all zeros or ones. And what did they give us? I see. They wrote down all of the adjacent pairs. There's n minus one of them. Right, so yeah, this is their example, right? They wrote down 1, 1, and then they wrote down another 1, 1, and then they wrote down 1, 0. Okay, and they did what? They counted how many ones there were, and then they told us how many those pairs had no ones, in other words, were 0, 0, how many were 1, 1, and how many were either 1, 0 or 0, 1, but we don't know which. And so we are supposed to reconstruct the string given these. Okay? Well, so for one thing, we know the length of the string, which is n0 plus n1 plus n2 plus 1. So each character participates in 2 substrings, except for the first one and the last one. So I guess the number n1 is the number of times that we change from a 0 to a 1. And then n0 is just sort of the number of zeros. I see, and it's at length at most 100. Okay, well, let's start coding it and see if it'll help do some examples by hand. Vector, we want string. So we just do a bunch of zeros, that would get us n0. We could do a bunch of ones, that would get us n1. That would only give us n, or n2 rather, but that would only give us n1 equals 1. So what happens if we move things around? So this gives us 1, 2, 3. So every time we add a character, yeah, I think something like this should work. So we need n1 plus 1 zeros. And then we should alternate n2 plus 1 ones. Right, so that gives us, okay, so let's just say 0, 1, doesn't matter. And then we add a 1, 0, and that gives us 2 more n1s.
Okay, I'll be down next.
So it's supposed to have 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks good. That looks good. So this was supposed to have guaranteed that there is an answer. Well, let's try this. It's kind of, I'm not sure if this actually works or not. It's kind of a guess. Runtime error. see. Insert failed. So in that case, it's fine. In this case, we have that looks fine. Am I missing something? That seems like way too many to, yeah, okay. One, two, 5, 6. Whatever, 0, 1, each had 1. Alright, is that better? Okay. So what was the idea here? So I basically just tried something and it worked, and it was relatively simple. So what was the thing that I tried? Well, to get all of the 0, 0s, I just put a big block of 0. Right? 0. And then to get all of the 1, 1s, right, all the n2s, I just put a big block of 1s at the back. And then in the middle, we're going to put the n1s. So right, if we do this, then we have some string with some 0s, like this. And so we already have one substring that contributes to n1. And so we're just going to add some alternating stuff in the middle. So if we add alternating stuff, that's like a 1, 0. Now how many do we have? We used to have 1, and now we have 1, 2, 3 n1s. So every time we add one of these, we get an extra 2. So we just do that, and we start with 1. So this is how many times we can do that. And then there might be an issue at the end. Right, if we wanted, say, 4 of these n1 substrings, well, currently we have 3, and if we add another in the middle, then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's too many. but that's fine. We can just add, say, a 0 on the end. And remember, this ended with a 1, so this will be another 1. So that's what this is doing. And that basically works. The only time it doesn't work is this sort of already commits us to having, a 0 and then a 1, right? Which is an n1. So what if there are no n1s? Well, we're handling this as a separate case. That means that it has to either all be 0s or all be 1s, because if it has both 0s and 1s, then it has to switch at some point, which would create an n1. So we're checking that. And then you just do, if you want all 0s, then you do n0 plus 1 0s, and if you want all 1s, then you do n2 plus 1 1s. So that's the problem. And it's kind of, lucky, I guess, that this sort of first idea, just trying something, kind of worked out. So I don't know. I guess that's, it's a good thing to do in a problem. Is just to follow a guess and see where it goes. And this time we get kind of lucky. That's the problem.